If I, for whom simple name is Tommy Chancey Castle Sr., legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally changed, for which is defined as to make different in some particular game, for which is defined as a physical or mental competition conducted inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida, according to the rules in the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, as well as the Civil Rights Act of 1964 in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, with the participants in direct opposition to each other, for which is why the dragon, for whom is defined as a violent, combative, and very strict person, that old serpent, for whom is defined as a treacherous person, which is the devil, for whom is defined as the personal supreme spirit of evil, often represented in Christian belief as the tempter of humankind, the leader of all apostate angels, and the ruler of hell, and Satan, for whom is defined as the angel who in Jewish belief is commanded by a God, for whom is defined as the supreme or ultimate reality to tempt humans to sin in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world, to accuse the sinners in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons, and judgment halls all over the world, and to carry out their God's punishment against me, for whom simple name is Tommy Chancey Castle Sr., for whom legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally defined himself inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida as God, for whom is defined as the being inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, perfect in power, wisdom, and goodness in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, who is worshiped by the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, and the Civil Rights Act of 1964 as creator and ruler of the universe inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. Then wouldn't I, for whom name is Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancey Castle Sr., be the, for whom is defined as used as a function word to indicate that the following person is legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally equivalent, unique, and particular in the legal, historical, biblical, religious, spiritual, financial, mental, and federal class of a game changer, for whom is defined as a newly introduced element and factor that changes an existing situation in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, or activity in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning in a significant way in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. After I, for whom simple name is Tommy Chancey Castle Sr.'s name, for which is defined as a word or phrase that constitutes the distinctive, for which is defined as marking or as separate or different designations, for which are defined as the act of indicating as well as identifying Petty Officer Third Class Tommy Chancey Castles Sr., President Tommy Chancey Castles Sr. of Fort Castles Incorporated, and King Tommy Chancey Castles Sr. of Fort Castles Incorporated in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida, so that God's children, for whom are Allah's children, would all know that they are mine, for whom name is King Tommy Chancey Castles Sr. of Fort Castles Incorporated's atheist children in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world would all know that I, for whom name is Petty Officer Third Class Tommy Chancey Castles Sr. of Fort Castles Incorporated, legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally manifested, for which is defined as readily perceived by the senses, and especially by the sense of sight, evil, for which is defined as marked by misfortune, for which is defined as an event, for which is defined as a noteworthy happening at this legal, historical, biblical, religious, spiritual, financial, mental, and federal conjunction, for which is defined as occurrence together in time and space that caused an unfortunate and distressful result in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. So who else can legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally be the lawyer for whom, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as someone who, having been licensed to practice law, is qualified to advise people about a legal matter, prepare contracts and other legal instruments, and represent a freedom fighter for whom, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as someone who fights in a war against an oppressive, dishonest, and violent government other than a freedom fighter, for whom is defined as, well, this is in the Webster Dictionary. So I showed in the Webster Dictionary, it's one definition for freedom fighter, but in the Black's Law Dictionary, it's another definition. So what I did was I gave you the Black's Laws Dictionary, the legal definition, and then I gave you the Webster's Dictionary, so you will see the difference. So now let me get back to what I'm saying. Other than a freedom fighter, for whom is defined as a person who takes part in a resistance movement against an oppressive political or social establishment in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. So I want to get a little deeper into this part right here. So see, if I am a freedom fighter, right, then the only reason why I am a freedom fighter is because my freedom was at stake, right? We already had rights. So I was living my life in accordance to the rights that a freedom fighter gave to me. See, Dr. Martin Luther King and Minister Malcolm X and Mr. Huey P. Newton and Mr. Bobby Seals and Miss Angela Davis and Miss Maya Angelou and Mr. Dick Gregory. See, all of those great people were freedom fighters. George Washington, Thomas Jefferson. See, all of them was freedom fighters. See, but then when the ignorance get into the fight, then you say, well, they was fighting for white people. but it was black people fought against the king too. See, so then now it's the majority rule. See, so now the black people fought, made you free, then you started with your own identity politics. Now you done made those people slaves. And that's what happened. See, when is America going to look at her own history and see where she could do better? See, like, why would you destroy me and say you dominant? You're illegal because you are of the masses. But if it gets to be truth against a lie, you will see how vulnerable America is to the truth. So now, if I manifest evil, do I not manifest myself as a freedom fighter? Because if I would have been about money and not freedom, then I would have money, but not freedom. See, I had $1 million, but I had the capability to make so much more because I made the $1 million on my capability. See, nobody gave me $1 million. See what I'm saying? Now, if my parents or some, God forbid, would have died and gave me $1 million, then I would have been a millionaire, that's true. But I wouldn't have known how to make $1 million. I would have known how for somebody to give me $1 million. Now, if my mother and father gave me $1 million, right? But they didn't teach me how to make $1 million to give to my children, see? Now, once my parents who gave me the $1 million, who made the $1 million, but didn't tell me how to make $1 million, now the family is now in jeopardy to my ignorance. Because yes, they left us well off, but my ignorance, excuse me, my ignorance would have led us into bankruptcy. So now, if my parents didn't give me how they made the money, how could I make the money back? See, all I know is waiting on somebody to give me some more money. But if I know how to make money, then I ain't worrying about the $1 million they took. I'm talking about the millions I could have made. See, I'm not talking about the money they took. I'm talking about the lifetime they took after they took the money. And then they started lying on me. See, I'm saying, well, okay, now my people think that I made my money illegally. So you done put me in jail. You done put me in a mental hospital. So see, you done distorted the truth. See, now, well, he was in a mental hospital. Yeah, you put me in a mental hospital. So what was I as one person supposed to do if you detained me illegally and then made me look like you wanted me to look? That's what I'm telling people about the post office. The dude, Lawson Boo, said that I told him to step outside, but the clock rings told the truth. See, the clock rings told him that I had clocked out at 1,603 clicks. It's on 100 time clock. So it's like, if it's 1,600 is 4 o'clock, and it'll say 1,699, that'll be 4:59. You see what I'm saying? It's military time. So if I left out at 1,604 clicks and 3 clicks, and then he said he had clocked me out to make his story true, but the clock rings so you don't steal from the post office. It keep both clock rings. So now when I go to the union and say, hey man, he lied, here's the clock rings, the dude went and got the clock rings and I still lost. So you tell me that's not racism personified, perfected? But now, if I would have acted like they wanted me to act, then what good would the clock rings be for me now? See, that's what I was telling my friend. I'm saying, well, bro, why would I lie to you when I got the clock rings to prove what I'm saying is true? But he said, well, you said you did. I'm saying, bro, come on, man. But see, this is what I'm saying, right? Is it fear or is it jealousy? Because we still here now, right? So whatever was his reason for saying that to me took 15 years from me and my wife and my children. So if my marriage over, do my friends see it's over because of you? I came to you, man, with all of the evidence that I still got now. The evidence that I had 15 years ago is just more. It's built off of the evidence that I had when I was giving to my friends and my family. Now I have educated myself more to where I've written books about it. But how about if I didn't write the books about it, and now the state of Florida saying that I owe them $5 million in taxes? Well, if you stole my property at 3250 Safe Harbor Lane in Lake Mary, Florida, 32746, you stole my property at 514 Carver Avenue in Orlando, Florida, 32810. That's the property that Folk Houses Incorporated was building. You came, stole that. Now, how do I owe you taxes when you done seized all my property and we in court? I'm in court telling you what sections of the Florida Constitution you violating. And it's no law that can be written that abridges my constitutional rights. So then I took statutory law that you wrote to abridge my rights to then bring you to law, to justice with the statutory laws as well as the sections in the Constitution that you violated. But now, my friends, instead of them seeing that I'm a freedom fighter, that I'm not fighting for money that they took, I'm fighting for the freedom to make money. See? And I'm saying, well, look, I need this write-off because you did this, and now this right here is how I'm making my money. And then my friends come and take the IRS away from me too. Like, they ain't giving me no money, but now the IRS say I owe them $5.6 million. So I'm going, saying to my friends, well, how I owe them then? Well, man, you should have messed with them. I shouldn't have messed with them. Well, I keep telling you they owe me $800 million, but you say, man, you crazy. But now when I tell you they say I owe them $5.8 million, man, you should have left them alone. Slaves, man. So this is what I'm saying about the Israelites. Now we over here helping Israel, but did the Israelites help Moses, or what did they do? Because if Moses told them the 10 Commandments, show me where the Israelites in the Gaza Strip, if they were slaves in Egypt, when did God give them the Gaza Strip? Was not those people who still fighting them now over the Gaza Strip living out there free when they were slaves in Egypt? Now, isn't that like right here in America? The black people talking about they were slaves and now they done took my goddamn life, talking about what they owed? So isn't that the same thing as the Israelites? See, it's just that they black slaves. They was over there Israelites, but now, hold on, let's talk about them, right? Jacob wasn't even the inheritor of the promise. It was Esau. They tricked Isaac. So how do you now not go back to that and judge the Israelites based on their father? If the Bible says your father was a liar and a murderer from the beginning, and then the Bible talks about Jacob starving his own brother, but America's starving me, but taking money and helping Israel, who starved his brother Esau. So y'all don't see that America and Israel is one and the same? That's why they helping each other. They the same people. America was slaves to King George III. Now the Israelites over there taking the people, the Palestinians, probably the Bible says it. So now if you read the Bible to show yourself approved, how can you help the Israelites? How could you help the Jews that didn't help Jesus? Look at you, man. You an abomination to the Bible. You help it. You would go, okay, think about that. If Jesus was me and Jesus was in the Gaza Strip, that's Jerusalem, America would go and help the damn Jews. They wouldn't go help Jesus. They wouldn't even look at the evidence to see who right and who wrong. They just go side with their ally. So now look at here. I was in under Desert Storm under the first George Bush. Then his son come in and go right back to war with Saddam Hussein with a lie. With a lie. And then tried to get everybody in on it. And then come to find out, no weapons of mass destruction, nothing. Nah, why wasn't he brought up on murder charges of killing Saddam Hussein? He lied to go to war with that man, and now the Middle East is in uproar, just like America. So he said that he defend freedom as he was taking mine, a veteran who this country gave an oath to defend it through its constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I did that under his father. I was in the military. I did my duty. Now, I had nothing to do with that fight, but this man's father said that America had something to do with it. Now, I'm saying, man, you stealing my property. And now you reconstructed and kept going on and gave us a black president. And now we got a vice president woman and all of this bullshit. But what about the black company that's still not financed? So you done gave them all of this bullshitting ass history. But when you gonna tell them about the black corporation and the black king that you got in exile and his friends and family know it? Now, what they doing? See, is that Moses' family? Is that Aaron? Where's my people? But now America is going to help Israel, and I'm reading in the Bible, hey, that's not what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be going to see where Jesus at. Because the Bible says that the Jews is the one killed him. So why are we supposed to go help the Jews? Didn't Jesus say, if these were my people, would they not fight? Now you saying the Jews not fighting, but wasn't Moses' people in the wilderness? Wasn't Moses' father-in-law, Jericho? That's he was the patriarch. He the one told Moses about your God. That was his father-in-law. Now, here come the Israelites. They the leaders of Christianity. They the leaders. They were slaves. Now here these black Americans over here know God. How do the black Americans know God and they don't know the law? They don't even know that I done freed them. So what God they was given if they wasn't given a lie as God? They ain't free to this day. So now how are the Israelites free if they not lying over some land that even the Bible say that God didn't give it to them? The Bible says that they were slaves, man. And Moses said, do not covet your neighbor's property. So if you was a slave, how then are you a owner of anything on the Gaza Strip? How? You stole that shit. Just like y'all done came over here in America and stole this shit. And none of y'all got no legal rights to nothing that you dying over. But now, I'm in court using the Bible, the Quran, and the laws, and y'all done took my shit. So now, why would I, a veteran, want to go fight a Palestinian for a goddamn Israelite when I'm reading the Bible? You tell me, I'm reading the Bible, ain't no way in the hell I'm fighting for no fucking Jew. No way. No, if I love Jesus, and Jesus said, if these were my people, so Jesus said that the Jews not his people. So who y'all fighting for in a holy goddamn war if you not fighting for the truth? If a motherfucker can't give you his truth, what you dying for? A motherfucker opinion? Man, y'all people crazy, man. The Bible clearly says that a Jew is not God's people. They the oppressors of God's people. But now what? Is it the Bible as it mean? Because I come from a motherfucking race couldn't read nor write under this oppression called America. They done took our history and reconstructed till we don't even know who we are. Now, how is America not Israelites? How? God delivered them from a king and them son of bitches enslaving black people. So who history is that of a God? These people conquerors, man. That's why the Bible say that I would be more than a conqueror. See, I had to conquer those who conquered my people. I had to use the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, and the Civil Rights Act of 1964, and make all these people come to court. And now y'all want to shoot with guns. Well, why y'all don't do it civilly so you will know who you killing? But the motherfuckers who killing me know who I am. Silly ass niggas don't. See, but they going to church telling their children about somebody they never met, but a person they went to school with. They went to school with me. Oh, he ain't nothing. He ain't never been nothing. But the truth is, your ass ain't never been nothing. See, because I'm still me. Same motherfucker I was when I was in high school. I ain't let nobody talk to me in the kind of way. I was in the Navy, not letting nobody talk to me in the kind of way. I was on the job. I was in court. I'm saying, hey, I'm a man. And you're not going to break me for no goddamn money. I am not a prostitute. I am not a whore. I'm none of those things. So you can't buy me. I'm a man. What you going to buy me with? See, man, y'all better wake up. What is a piece of paper, man? That's something somebody else gave value to. How you going to tell me I'm not worth more than a piece of paper, man? So that lets you know you're not worth more than a goddamn piece of paper. But I thought you was way more than that. That's why I showed my value. But then you came and took my damn value. So aren't you Judas? Aren't you the serpent? See, I'm saying I'm reading the Bible where you at. But you keep talking about me though. Okay, now see. So now check this. So now I'm going to go back to show you what I'm saying. So now, if the Black Laws Dictionary legally defines a lawyer as someone who having been licensed to practice law. Now, when would Jesus be licensed by man to defeat man in a court of law? So wouldn't Jesus have to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to prove he's God? Now, what lawyer would defend the truth when no lawyer in the United States of America defended my truth and then put me in exile for defending my truth? And my friends helped them. So now, when is the black race in America, my friends and my family specifically, gonna ever be free from the lie they told on me? So now, if my family is forever gonna be guilty for telling a lie on me, then how is the high priest Caiaphas, the Pharisees, the chief priests, the high priests, the scribes, and the elders innocent for doing what they did to Jesus, when the Ten Commandments clearly says they coveted Jesus' property, which is Jesus himself? And now Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church has coveted my property, which is my wife, my daughter, and my damn son. They throw me out. See what I'm saying? So he kept my wife, my daughter, and my son, but he didn't protect my son. He let my son be ran over. Then he eulogized my son in his place where Jesus said was a den of thieves. So now, did they not steal God's son, for whom name was Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee, turn him into Jesus Christ, and then sold him to poor people in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world? Don't y'all have to buy Jesus or buy the Prophet Muhammad? Don't y'all have to work to make that religion prosperous? But see, me, I had to make me prosperous so I could pay you, so you can become a better version of you. So you can become Allah, so you can become God, so you can become what they are to your creations if they are your creator. Right? So if you don't provide food, water, and shelter for your children, how can you tell them that Allah is going to provide for them when their own creator is not providing? So see, that's why I had to come in the flesh and then leave my soul in a lawsuit, so my children, for whom you are now acting as if yours, but you're not providing for them, but you telling them about me in heaven. So now, would I not come down and then set the record straight, and now you doing the same thing they did to Jesus when God came through him? Now y'all denying that God done came through me, but I'm saying I'm God. I'm saying ain't now another coming neither. I'm saying I'm it for black people. And I'm saying, so the one after me is going to be a liar. If these black folks don't tell the truth about me today, then ain't no black God other than me. I'm saying I'm him. It's no more. So now, how they going to tell you Jesus coming after me? And I'm telling you, I didn't even know Jesus when I came. I didn't even know Jesus. So if the black man is telling you about Jesus, and the black God who came in the flesh telling you he don't even know who Jesus is, who the hell you gonna believe, black child? You gonna believe the black father who came in the image of a husband and a father? The devil come into his home, he go into the devil's courthouse and the devil's church house, where Jesus said, even Moses said that's a golden calf. It's an abomination to God. A place where you worship, that's saying that you saying that that's more than God himself. So Moses made you melt down the golden calf and drink it. Now here you are with churches on every goddamn corner, but no good people to be found nowhere. So now, wouldn't that be what Jesus said about the fig tree that has no fruit? Wouldn't you goddamn churches be fig trees on every goddamn corner, but not no good people nowhere to be found? You got drug stores on every corner, but you see people addicted to prescription drugs. So you see the addicts that the drug stores are producing. You see liquor stores on every fucking corner in black communities. You see drunks all around the goddamn well, all everywhere. But you see churches. Where is the good people, man? Where is the production of the goddamn churches? Where the good people? I don't see nothing but the same motherfuckers Jesus saw. A bunch of motherfuckers talking about they know somebody, but nasty as hell. You can't get a cup of water from a slave. But they the most religious motherfuckers you ever want to see. They don't even own they self, but they love the Lord. And I'm saying, man, at some point, man, you fake ass people gonna have to wake up and become real, because you having real children who got real problems. And y'all sitting up here telling them a goddamn lie, man. Ain't no God, not for no black man. Ain't no God for no poor man. A poor man better find riches in himself, and then he better make himself riches, and then he better sell himself to his people. I'm telling you, because if they don't buy you like they buy religion, you just gonna be a truthful broke motherfucker. That's why they say I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody by somebody who can save everybody. See, but how about if you that person? What you supposed to do? I gotta sell it to you. But how do you sell a book to an illiterate motherfucker? How do you sell knowledge to a motherfucker who can't read? Right? So what my enemy did is he dumbed my people down so when they see salvation, they can't read about it. So then he has to tell them what a word means. But then I go get the dictionary, define what I'm saying with my enemy's words, and the black man and woman laugh at me. Look how he. But I couldn't read nor write in my history. But now these black people now, they are so intelligent that they can laugh at me, but they don't even understand who I am nor what I've done. But they laughing. So that's not mocking me while I'm carrying the cross of salvation, but you going to church thanking God for what? Making you a reverend after you was a crack dealer, after you was a pimp, after you was a crack addict. See, you Saul, man. You ain't no mother. You ain't Jesus. You Saul. See, when did Jesus fall or rise? Right? See, every time a stumbling block was in my way, when I was in high school, they tried to kick me out of school. I graduated early. When I was in the military, they were trying to kick me out. I got out and I made them where I didn't have to say sir or nothing. I changed the game. When I went to the job, wherever I'm at, man, I change it. Wherever. Because I make them follow their laws. They not my laws. They're your laws. See, but now the black man who has no law, has no definition of anything, let alone a God, don't have no identity himself, is going to tell me that I don't know who I am. I'm saying, homeboy, how would I not know me? I've been with me all my life, right? But you have never met who you love. So why don't you look in the goddamn mirror and love that person? Because that's what I had to do. See, when I fought my devil, I had to look at myself. Because, see, my devil was trying to make me a devil, so I had to mirror the devil by being a saint. See, that's the only way I could walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I had to mirror the shadow of death in a righteous image. See, that's why you looking at me wondering, well, what? Yeah, I'm saying, well, won't you look at the other side? Don't look at me, look at the other person that I'm mirroring. But see, I'm mirroring you, see, because you the high priest Caiaphas, you just his descendant. You the Pharisees descendant. You the chief priest descendant. You the high priest descendant. You the scribes descendant. You the elder descendant. And now y'all all on trial because there's no statute of limitations on murder. So if you keep on dancing in the blood of Jesus, then you are a killer of Jesus. You dancing in his blood, you celebrating the murder. So why you're not guilty of the murder you celebrating? See, but now, wouldn't that mean, I mean, if I was Pharaoh, then that's what I would do to my slaves so I can then use God to then destroy them. See, if they ever tried to leave me, I can use the Bible to show that they are abomination. And I'm saying to the black preachers, I'm saying, look what y'all aided and abetted these people in doing. Now, how about if I was them? Who would save us? See, but you done sat there and sided with them and gave us, we all against the law, even religiously. We not even in accordance with Section 3 of the Florida Constitution. We not in accordance with Amendment 1 to the United States Constitution, which is freedom of religion. So that's why I am a freedom fighter. See, listen. So first of all, I am a lawyer. See, I'm someone for whom name is Tommy Chancey Counselor Sr., right, who have been licensed to practice law. Now, you said, well, you wasn't never licensed. Shitting me. When I was 18 years old, I was given authority by the United States Navy by way of the United States government to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That's when I was have been licensed. I was licensed to defend the Constitution. I'm a veteran. So how do a veteran get licensed if they don't have to take an oath just like a lawyer or a judge? I took an oath just like they took to protect and defend the Constitution, word for word. So now, how can they be licensed to practice law and violate the Constitution, and I not be licensed to practice the law and defend the Constitution that they violate? So see, I'm upholding to my honor, integrity, valor. I saw the country in trouble. I took the country gave me an oath. I affirmed the oath, and I stood up to the oath that I gave my affirmation to. Now, why the country that gave me that oath is the same motherfucker that violating the Constitution in court? So now, if George W. Bush lied and got us in the war in Kuwait, Afghanistan, and all that. Well, not the Afghanistan, that was a real one. But the one over there in Iran, Iraq, that was some bullshit. The one in Iraq, no, that's an illegal war. It was no weapons of mass destruction. The man said freedom would be defended, and he was in court. Him and his brother was denying a black man of their constitutional rights, who is a veteran. Now, how is that not blasphemy? How is that son of a bitch not brought up on treason charges? But you want to put it on me. I got to go in and out of fucking jail and in and out of a mental hospital, but y'all saving George W. Bush? Shitting me? No, let's go to court. Because I can go all the way back to 2008 and undo all this shit. So now, but y'all gonna say in God we trust? No, you trust in a liar. See, that's who you went and died for. And when I was here blowing the whistle and telling the truth, y'all let these kids grow up off the foundation of America. Now, where's America's foundation if it's not Folk Houses Incorporated? So why now y'all won't do what y'all did so proudly on July 4th, 1776? Huh? Why y'all ain't so proud now and change the name? Because then it'll be a black man, huh? No, God can't be black. Not even the black people. Huh? So we gotta lie. We gotta cheat. So we gotta let the black kids think that they ain't nothing. See? And even the black preachers doing it. And the black teachers. And the black people, they just so damn sick. But now, when do the black man break through in America? When can the black man be number one on the Forbes list without you stealing all his intellectual property? Right? And the black people letting them do it too. See? And now I ain't did nothing. That's why we still like, oh, black man ain't did nothing. See? He don't do shit but worship the white man God. That's all he do. Or he a Muslim against the white man God, but he don't do shit either. Right? But now here I am getting the money, getting everything I need. So when my people came, I could pay them $25 an hour to find themselves. Then I would invest in who they found. Or I need plumbers. See, I'm telling you, I need plumbers. I need accountants. I need bankers. I need, but they go to work for the devil. And that's what I read a book on Miss Harriet Ross Tubman. And she said that she would have saved so many more slaves. She said only if they knew they were slaves. Ain't that something? Here, and I same thing with me. I ain't no slave. I ain't nothing. I could ride the butt. Yeah, I mean, 15 years. 15 years, don't know nothing, man. The whole economy collapsing all around. They got money. They acting like that. I'm saying, bro, them people, that shit over. You think you got something, but what you got ain't worth nothing, man. And you getting older and older and older, making somebody else something while you getting too old to come back from what your ass done sat there and wasted. 15 years. So when the money go to nothing, like the dinar, right? Like the Iraqi money, that's what the dollar gonna do. That shit gonna be, you can burn that shit in paper. You can burn fire. And y'all done left 15 years of y'all life for some shit that you can burn and keep yourself warm. It ain't worth shit. Right? And I kept telling you, but I said, hey man, don't mess the economy up. Yeah, but this a motherfucker who ain't go to school, man. I'm saying, man, you fucking the economy up. Oh man, I ain't doing nothing. I ain't doing nothing. And I'm saying, you right, bruh. You ain't doing nothing. But now what? What? I'm a bad investment? No, America a bad investment. The state of Florida a bad investment. Huh? But Four Castles is the best investment ever. Say ever. Because it's already perfected. Legally, it's protected. See, it went through the fire and came out. See, it went through the pressure and became what pressure make. A diamond. Now, not only is the owner of the company a diamond, but the company is a diamond because he brought the company through the pressure. See, they said, man, don't defend your company. I'm saying, why wouldn't a creator of the company defend the company he created? See, you know why these other companies, the owner of the company can't defend it? Because they have broken it up. See, the owner of that company, the one that originated it, he would have came to me with tears in his eyes. He would have known that his children just messed up his life. They just took what he built so his great-great-grandchildren wouldn't have to struggle like he did or her. Because some women started these companies as well. Now, your child, this spoiled brat that don't know how this company started, has sold it off. Because all he want to do is spend money, or she want to spend money. And then somebody done came to him and told him, well, hey, man, all you got to do is spend money. Let me run this. So then they come up with this stock market. Now, people put their company, their family business on this stock market, but you don't know these corporate barons. Now, they make one bad clerical error, but now your whole life is on the stock market. It's publicly exchanged. Now, once they make them mistakes and you own a publicly traded company, which is, see, that's what people don't understand. The NASDAQ and the Dow Jones is a company. The stock market itself is an institution. It's a bank. See, but if you don't know that, then you think that you are investing in something, but something is stealing your investment that you invest. It's a Ponzi scheme. See, but now here I am who don't want to be publicly traded because I am the founder of this family that I made a business. See, my company is my family. I had to take it through the pressure because I had to hold it because I'm the diamond. See, so it's in my arms and I'm running through. See, I'm coming through the hole. They trying to get it, but I ain't, Now I made it through. Now, see, it's shining. Four Castles, the shining house on the hill. See, but that's gonna be left for my children's, that diamond, this name, Four Castles Incorporated, gonna shine all over the world because they daddy brought it through. See now, they mama brought them into the world, but they daddy brought prosperity to the world. See, so my children, they mother brought them in the world, they father financed them through the world they mother brought them into. See, so they mother is Mother Earth and they father is time. See, See, I am Father Time. See, I bought 15 years. I bought the rest of my children's existence in one lifetime. See, so but now you want to take what you didn't help give, and then you want to give what you took. How can you give a lie as an inheritance and think that the lie you gave is gonna last forever? See, so the lies that America been telling has now got America on the brink of destruction. See, because you can't lie in the name of a God and then tell your citizens to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And how about if God is I, who you then told to tell the truth, then wouldn't he have to tell that he God? So now, since he told the truth, in the place where you told him to tell the truth, see what you did to me? Same thing they did to me when I was 6 years old and didn't know that I wasn't supposed to say I'm gonna save my people, and black people whooped me and say Jesus already saved us. Then I went to school the next day on Monday. It was Sunday, then I go to school on Monday, and the white man say I can't be a lawyer. But that same day, my mama, she didn't go to church, but she was there when I came home from school crying, and she wiped my tears. She told me how to be who I am today when I was 6 years old. Now, where y'all goddamn God? Cause my mama and my Mother Earth, and my Mother Earth told me how to be the seed that I am. She told me how to grow myself to be a legal tree in a forest full of liars. I'm a legal tree, right? My father taught me how to defend my roots. He told me if I ever got into trouble, I was 14, he said, go to the law library. I was 39. I was already a legally grown, mature tree. And I wasn't in trouble. But now when I go to the law library, now I then do what I said I was gonna do when I was 6 years old, and I did it the way my mother told me to do it and the way my father told me to do it. My mother told me how to become me, and my father told me way to go to defend me. Now, am I now not in accordance with honoring my mother and my father? Is that not why my days was longer than what the devil wanted them to be? See, I've been free for 15 years. The devil been in bondage for 15 years. See, I'm gonna be free tomorrow when the truth get out. I'm free today, but I'm free in a lie. But see, whenever my truth get out, I'm gonna go right back to being wealthy. Now what the devil gonna be? Right back eating that dust. See what I'm saying? So both of us are predestined, but I'm a human being. So I'm supposed to have dominion over everything, which in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, I made that announcement that I am the man who have dominion over everything, right? Even the law, everything. But y'all, these slaves, that's what get me. It's the slaves that's telling me who I'm not. And I'm saying, well, what's your definition of me? You just telling me who I'm not, as if you met who you telling me about. You don't know Jesus. You do not know the Prophet Muhammad. But we went to school together, man. How you know them and don't know me? We was in the Navy together, man. I was 20. When I met you, I was 18. Some of them I was 8. Some of them I was 15. Some of them I was 16. I met my wife, I was 15. How they don't know me? But I told my daughter, but is it my fault if you whooped me when I was 6 years old? About a question you asked me. Then all my life, people been saying you too smart for your own good. I mean, like intelligence was bad. And then, man, you would have to fight them. And old people too, man. Like, oh my goodness, man. But then when you start doing your research, you see, man, these people can't read. That's why they mad with you. See, a person is only jealous of you because they can't do what you're doing. See, if somebody can read, why would they be mad at somebody who can read? Because they would know things too. But when you only know what somebody taught you, and you keep getting in trouble with what you know, and you don't have the ability to find another way because you can't read. So then how could you do what my daddy told me if you went to the law library and your ass couldn't read? You just in there looking at books. You know what I mean? See, I went in there and got the book that freed me. See, I was talking in the language that a lawyer could understand, but how could a slave understand lawyer's language? So here it is. So the Black's Laws Dictionary for a lawyer, for which is defined as someone who, having been licensed to practice law, is qualified. Now, who can be qualified to defend the truth other than the person who gave life to the truth? Because when you have to tell a lawyer what happened, and then the lawyer defend you on the evidence you provide, right? So now I provided all of the truth to my lawyer. My lawyer left me. Then how can my lawyer say that my lawyer is competent when I went into court and won the case that my lawyer got off of, and I'm showing my lawyer the value of the case that my lawyer got off of now, and I sued my lawyer for professional malpractice. So now, how then is my lawyer qualified to advise people about a legal matter, prepare contracts and other legal instruments, and represent a person? How? He didn't do it to me. So now, am I now, if the laws in America says if you see something, you should say something, and they tell us that we get a reward as a crime stopper, but now none of the police, they don't want this crime to be reported, but they want me to tell on a poor person trying to pay their rent. See, they want me to call the police on the poor, but not on the rich. But I'm saying, well, the rich doing way more than the poor, and the poor doing what the poor feel like they got to do to pay the rich man rent. So that's why I'm coming to the poor people saying, well, hey, man, I sued the rich man so I could pay your rent. Oh, you ain't did nothing for me. You ain't did nothing. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And I'm saying, damn. So if Jesus was me, you wouldn't even go see? So then, well, wouldn't you be the blind man? So don't I have to now spit in the clay and put it on your eyes so you can see? Say, but I give you the case number. I give you everything so you can go see. But now, did you go and pay your bills? And then they say, well, hey, look, man, he messing up the economy. But didn't I tell you they was messing up the economy? So if you went and got some money from them, why you didn't come get the money to me? So then we could be living some remnants of truth. But you kept the money and then started lying on me. And I'm saying, bruh, come on, bruh. So you now all of a sudden you don't want to help me, but you helping me. But now you starting to tell me stuff that's taking me away from the promised land instead of leading me to the promised land. But I'm telling you, brother, I done already came back from the land that was promised. See, Dr. Martin Luther King gave us the promised land in a dream, and they turned the man's dream into a nightmare. So we living in the promise of the nightmare that Dr. Martin Luther King said could be a dream. See, so now when I was living the dream version, they turned it into the nightmare. So now that I'm over here in the nightmare version, now I'm taking the civil rights movement and I'm taking it out of the nightmare and taking it into the dream. But now here these damn Jesse Jackson descendants and Reverend Al Sharpton descendants and that bishop dude or what that dude is. He called himself an ambassador or something from Atlanta. See, they all still living, right? They old as hell, but they still living. Now, why they don't have us in the arms of Dr. Martin Luther King's dream. Why they against me just like they was against Dr. Martin Luther King? See, okay, are you telling me that the disciples of Jesus wouldn't see the remnants of Jesus in a person who came after Jesus? So now here I am, when they meet me, I'm not a victim, but I'm a victim, but I'm the lawyer for the victim, and then I'm fighting for freedom. So now, if they were freedom fighters, now hold on, look now. Freedom represent a freedom fighter for whom, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as someone who fights in a war against an oppressive, dishonest, and violent government. Now, if they was once a freedom fighter with Dr. Martin Luther King, and his stance created what I'm using, the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Now, they should be proud of the fact that here is a descendant of Dr. Martin Luther King using what Dr. Martin Luther King had for him to use to then come to them in the image of Dr. Martin Luther King. I'm coming out of court saying, hey man, here's the civil rights movement, man. You know, I done brought it out of court now. Hey man, y'all come and folk houses gonna see whoever y'all convert to good people, send them over here. So I'm gonna do for your people what the state do. So instead of you having to go to prison ministries, I'm saying, hey man, clean them up before they go to prison. All of them come to your church. I was a kid in your church. You got to change. Come on now, let's produce doctors, lawyers. Let's do what the Bible say. Raise up our children in the ways that they shall go. But they rather y'all be drug dealers, hoes, strippers. See, because they go to see y'all. See, that's why they tried to take me in the strip clubs. But I'm telling them, bro, I don't go to strip clubs. See, I'm too busy making money. I don't spend money. I make money, I spend. But when I spend money, I spent money on my wife, my children, my grandmother. I ain't spend no money on no damn woman. I ain't finna throw no my money at no woman, man. I ain't no John. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't no trick. You understand what I'm saying? I work too hard for my money. But see, now y'all got me out here. And I'm saying, well, hell, if you been in a box for 15 years and motherfucker want to take you anywhere. But now I'm saying, well, damn, man, I can't tell nobody where to go, but I just want to go somewhere. But damn, you going here? Man, I'm 54 years old. I ain't trying to see no child strip. What the hell shit is that? But see, I'm saying, what can I do? What can I do? So you trying to make me look bad. But I'm saying, I'm just showing you. I'm saying, well, if you got me in this way you taking me, then bruh. But I'm saying, well, damn, you saying I'm wrong because I want to go something. Man, I be like a dog sitting in the window looking out. I ain't been nowhere. In 15 years, man, I ain't been nowhere. I ain't been able to go nowhere. Then I go somewhere, I'm trying to show people that I want to enjoy myself. I want to go to the Magic games. I want to go to the goddamn Dallas Cowboy game. I want to go to Chicago and see the goddamn Cubs. But I can't. If I go anywhere, I'm fucked with, man. I go to the airport, they mess with me. My family messing with me. I don't get no breaks. None. So you tell me, why would Jesus come back to you people? Y'all are y'all worse than y'all were when he came to first. Y'all are drug addicts now. Y'all, man, and y'all poor. I mean, y'all way poorer than you was. And you think you got money. If Jesus had some red on and went in the wrong spot, you would kill him. If he had some blue on and went into the wrong spot, you would kill him. Man, don't you, man, y'all people, it's like Damascus no matter where you go. But yet y'all talk about God, man. But if God had the wrong color on, you will blow him away. But we all came to this world naked, man. But now some clothes will get you killed. A motherfucker kill you for some shoes, man. And it's a God? Where he at? He couldn't be a freedom fighter by definition, right? See, because then he'll be a terrorist. See, someone who fights in a war against an oppressive, dishonest, and violent government other than a freedom fighter, right? So only a freedom fighter would be able to be the lawyer for a freedom fighter, because everybody else gonna sell the freedom fighter like they did Dr. Martin Luther King for position, just like David did Uric. He wanted his wife. See, so it's gonna always be something that stops freedom from going forth. See, the man who get the position, now he wanted David, instead of getting his own woman, he wanted his trusted, his most loyal motherfucking warrior's wife, man. What kind of person? And then get a baby from her, then that baby lose the kingdom. When people realize, man, this man here don't even deserve our honor or for us to die for this man. This man gonna take your wife. See, who would fight for a man who did Uric like that? Like, when I came back and I saw that, I'd have went off on him. Say, wait a minute, man, well, is my wife safe? Is anybody's wife safe? Isn't that adultery? David committed adultery. So wouldn't Solomon, who y'all say is the wisest man ever lived, would be a bastard child? The man killed the man's wife. So how could then Solomon be anything other than an illegal entity? That's why the man ended up, Jesus was born in a manger. So now, when the Bible says the iniquity of the father is passed on to the children for 3 or 4 generations, you don't see David iniquity made Jesus be born in a manger. But now y'all want me to go to court and then come out of court and lie. And I'm saying, wait a minute. If I didn't believe that I was innocent, then I wouldn't have went into court to prove it. But now, since you don't believe that I'm innocent, now you want me to lie? So wouldn't your God be the devil if you want me to lie after I done went in and proved that I'm telling the truth? So when would the black church ever be fertile enough to allow my truth? See, I'm saying, if Jesus' truth is what is fertilizing the minds of the black people in black churches all over the world, then when would the black minds be fertile enough to digest my truth that I manifested inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida that produced the liars? So see, my truth produced the liars. So now, wouldn't the liars go all the way back to your understanding? And if you got your understanding out of the Holy Quran, then wouldn't they be the disbelievers who once believed, who profess to believe, and then now you see that they are the disbelievers? Now, if you was in the Christian belief, then now do you not see the Pharisees, the chief priests, the high priests, the scribes, and the elders of the people? See, well, if I'm Jesus, then wouldn't they be the high priests, the Pharisees? So now, see, so if we are, then we are. So now who are y'all? Wouldn't y'all be the crowd who my blood would be on? You and your children? So now, wouldn't the Jews now be Jesus' blood be on them? That's what they said to Pontius Pilate. And Pontius Pilate told us that, hey, he saw no fault with Jesus. But his own people said that his blood be on us and our children. And then black people been bathing in the blood of Jesus ever since. And they slaves. So now, how could black Americans who slaves now accept Moses when they now accept Jesus? So see, now they accept Jesus as their Lord and Savior, but not Moses. But Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee was commemorating Moses freeing the Israelites. That's what he was in Jerusalem for. And he lost his life commemorating Moses as God. Now you telling me I've lost my life proving I'm God? Then how can the black church ever be saved by of the being perfect in wisdom and goodness? How can the black church ever be saved when they have killed Dr. Martin Luther King, Minister Malcolm X, and attempting to kill me?